So the fact that Snapchat is going to launch new lightweight AR glasses in 2026 is really nothing new. But we do get some last minute rumors, if you want to say so, that actually hint towards a actual presentation in only 2 weeks at the AWE. So they do actually posted this save the date only a while ago for June 16th, where we see that through the AWE specs will celebrate the innovation creativity of the developer community, unveil new tools for building the next generation of computing, which will probably be an update for Lens Studio, and demonstrate the latest advancements across the specs platform, which will most likely mean that we will at least see a preview of or sneak peek of the new spectacles. And I would say that I'm pretty excited for the new specs. There's a lot of, things speaking for the specs being the next gen AR platform with amazing features and something that will very, very closely approximate what I would say that kind of we enthusiasts anticipate for some real AR glasses. But there also have been some upcoming rumors which make me worry a bit if that will actually be the case and maybe being not really the next AR platform that even consumers would go to, and you would not only have kind of a core developer community. And some things that definitely speak for the specs 2026 is that just the current version of the Spectacles 2024 is already really good. So I've been trying out the Spectacles 2024 a while ago, actually. And someone who works at Snapchat or at Snap was there and presenting the current iteration of the Spectacles 2024, and in terms of features, stuff like meshing, hand tracking, scene understanding was already pretty good, and kind of the apps they've already built for that, also multiplayer and stuff like that, this is already working amazingly. So there's a very, very kind of big professional software stack that is already behind this. The hardware is already pretty good. The glasses are already on the more lightweight level if you have a look at them compared to something like the Quest. And so if the specs that are presented hopefully in 2 weeks will only be an improvement over these glasses. So imagine being a bit less bulky, a bit smaller, a bit thinner here around these sides, that would already be amazing. That would already pretty closely come to what you would actually want to wear in public as some normal glasses. And then also in terms of performance, kind of the games that I was playing on there, they were already looking pretty good. Kind of the things you could build with them were already pretty nice. So with some new iterations of the Qualcomm Snapdragon series, or kind of the AR processors, which they also announced a partnership with, that might be twice as fast, for example, would already have enough power to build some amazing apps or lenses. So this would already be pretty good. And in terms of the field of view, for example, which in my opinion is one of the biggest weaknesses of the current specs, where we only have kind of this middle square here and all the rest around the lens, if you want to say so, is pretty much just transparent, and there's no 3D overlay at all. If they improve that, if they improve the field of view, this will already yield so much value and make the AR glasses so great that, well, this would already be something that would be very, very much convincing, even for consumers, right? So especially the ecosystem is growing, and I think in some kind of earnings call here, they talked about that they had more than 400,000 lens submitted, and there's a big growth in lens creation. Now, we don't know if these are lenses, so kind of the apps that run inside of Snapchat or actually on the AR glasses. However, they do have, I would want to say, they do have a pretty good kind of stack and a good amount of software running. And they're always improving that, right? Also with their OS updates, also making standard 2D apps more accessible or running better on the spectacles, support for WebXR and so on, which is extremely cool. So in that regard, I would say I'm extremely excited for the specs 2026. However, there are also some things that are not so great, and this is one rumor that only came out recently, that they gonna launch, of course, this fall, which is amazing, but with a price tag of $2,500. And if this turns out to be true, I'm a bit worried if this might actually become kind of the go-to consumer platform, right? So we have to also think that kind of the competitors here are Google, which announced some collaborations with Xreal, Meta, which supposedly will also work on AR glasses that should come out next year, I think. And then, of course, Apple, which will probably take, well, according to some of the latest rumors, until 2029 to bring out their AR glasses, but probably going to be great as well. So this is kind of what we also saw with the Vision Pro, right? So, for example, this is $2,500, and well, as someone living in Europe, this will probably be over 3,000 euros. This is not something that appeals to consumers or some people who just would casually use this or just are interested in it, right? So this appeals only to kind of developers or hardcore enthusiasts who really love this technology. And it also says somewhere below here that they plan to go for a production run of, I think, 100,000. Well, which is also kind of showing that they don't actually plan this to be kind of the next consumer device, which would mean for developers, on the other hand, that this will be another great iteration, maybe with better field of view, with even better battery life, with better performance. But still, the apps you want to build for this is not comparatively to something like iOS or Android platform, where you can just potentially have millions of users and build a whole business model maybe on the AR glasses. It's still going to be another iteration of, well, even closer to consumer-grade AR glasses, which will more or less be, again, for developers to continue testing out and building stuff, which is on the one hand good, but on the other hand also has disadvantages, right? Compared to Android or iOS-based devices, which will also come out in 1 or 2 years. The spectacles do have the disadvantages, or Snapchat do have the disadvantages that they don't own any mobile platform at the moment, right? And the only way actually to build apps for the spectacles is using Lens Studio, though the OS is Android-based. They do have some proprietary runtime, which doesn't support engines like Unity. Maybe we will see an update for that. I would think this would be a great idea, but it also would mean they kind of give away some control. Maybe we'll see an update for that on the AWE presentation. However, if they continue that, then and if, let's say, they bring out another device in 2028 or something that then is consumer-based and cheaper, then they really compete very heavily with Android and with iOS devices. Well, if they would release something now that would be cheaper and maybe even support more engines, they would definitely have that first mover advantages, similarly to something like OpenAI had with LLMs, where they could still build a much larger user base, as if the user would have, well, comparatively an Android-based device that already runs with their Android phone, or an iOS-based device that runs with their iPhone. And then the spectacles, which don't really run with either of those as good as the native devices do, right? So this would definitely be a disadvantage, and we really got to see how that turns out. I'm very pretty excited about this device because I'm an absolute enthusiast, and I'm also looking forward if it's kind of reasonable to buy it. But I also really want to think about if this is going to be the next big platform and how much effort you would then put into app development, of course, if maybe only 100,000 people worldwide use it, and maybe the most of them are developers themselves, so they really want to rather build than use it. We will have to see how that turns out. Maybe the rumor is also false, and maybe it will be actually cheaper than that, but we'll have to wait. But I'm personally very excited also about your opinion, because maybe you're gonna say, well, it's not that bad. Maybe people will still buy it. People spend like thousands of dollars on phones and laptops and so on. Maybe a lot of people will still want to buy these AR glasses, depending on how they market it. I would be very excited to hear your opinion. What do you think about kind of the upcoming release and presentation of the specs? Are you just as excited as me, or are you a bit more cautious about that? All right, so let me know in the comments below. I'm very happy to read what you guys think. But until then, as always, thanks a lot for watching, and see you next time.